Perhaps the most awesome dramatization of the machinery of the solar system is a total solar eclipse, when the moon passes directly between the Earth and the Sun. And yet, down through the ages, such a sight has been cause for terror and superstition. But today, in our 21st century world, it's a much different story. For in today's society, an impending eclipse of the sun can mean exciting and enlightening entertainment.
I want everyone to send me their bucket list, and I'm going to review it for you. And if on that bucket list it does not include observing a total solar eclipse, I will scratch off something on that list and replace it with that.
Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist and director of New York's Hayden Planetarium.
You have to see a total solar eclipse before you die. It's stunning. It's one of the great spectacles of nature.
That great spectacle, one of the hot topics of the summer of 2017, is coming to the United States. On August 21st, the moon is going to orbit between the Earth and the Sun, and a colossal cone-shaped shadow will be cast 232,000 miles down upon the Earth. On that third Monday in August, that dark 70-mile-wide shadow of the moon will first touch the Earth 1,500 miles northwest of Hawaii. Then it will move northeast, then east over the Pacific Ocean, making landfall at the coast of Oregon. The shadow will then swerve southeast, taking 90 minutes to cut a 2,500-mile path across parts of 14 states and plunging millions into darkness for up to 160 seconds. It will be the first time since 1979 that the shadow of the moon has passed over the continental United States.
Depending on where you are in the eclipse path, because what is the eclipse path? The moon is coming in front of the sun. And the moon's shadow, which is always somewhere in space, now happens to drag across Earth's surface. And so if you happen to be in the shadow, you will see the sun slowly disappear and then disappear entirely. Then stars will come out. It will be darkness in the middle of broad daylight. So should you book a travel vacation to go to some place for an event that lasts 2.5 minutes totality? Yes, you should. Yes, because you will remember that for the rest of your life.
And echoing Dr. Tyson's sentiments are many other astronomers eagerly awaiting this summer's big sky show.
It is the most amazing natural phenomenon that astronomers can offer the general public.
Astronomer Kelly Beatty is senior editor at Sky and Telescope magazine, and to him, a solar eclipse is so much more than it just getting dark.
The sky gets dark, the temperature drops, birds go to roost, animals go to roost, the shadows get this eerie, sharp quality to them because most of the sun is covered. It's a set of phenomena that most people have never experienced before, and just seeing the shadow engulf you is amazing in itself.
But the eclipse will not be confined just to the narrow band of totality. Surrounding the zone of total eclipse will be a much larger shadow, measuring about 6,000 miles in diameter, that over a span of more than 5 hours will sweep over all of North America, as well as parts of South America, Africa, and Europe. So everybody in the United States, including Hawaii, will get a chance to see a part of this celestial show.
The entire rest of the country will also see an eclipse, a partial eclipse of the sun, that will be dramatic as well, but not nearly as much as it will be in that path of the moon's shadow.
Indeed, here in the tri-state area, we'll be treated to a relatively large partial eclipse. The show will get underway at 1:23 p.m., when a small bite will begin to appear on the right edge of the sun. The peak of the eclipse will come at 2:44 p.m., briefly producing a sort of counterfeit twilight effect and dropping the temperature several degrees. The eclipse will come to an end at 4 o'clock, when the moon completely moves off the sun's disk. But make no mistake about it, the real show is going to be the total eclipse, and I've been trying to do my best to spread the word, trying to convince as many people as possible to travel into the path of totality. Recently, at Rockland Community College in Suffern, I was invited to give a presentation at NEAF, the Northeast Astronomy Forum, one of the biggest space expositions in the country. It was there that I tried to convey to my audience the wonders of a total solar eclipse. And I've also been spreading the word to school children about the upcoming eclipse. In fact, I just wrote a children's book about stargazing and included a chapter on it. The safest way to watch the eclipse is to let the sun's light pass through a pinhole in a card projected onto another card. Or let sunlight pass through a leafy tree. In the shadow of the tree, you'll see many projected eclipse images. And for those fortunate to be in the zone where the eclipse will be total, good news. you can look for the few minutes the sun is totally covered directly at it without harming your eyes.
And here we'll have one in our own backyard that millions of people will be able to see. School children will be able to see. They'll tell their children and their grandchildren about it. It is just going to be the best game in town.
And a final comment from Dr. Tyson.
So, yes, don't miss it at all. Otherwise, I'll be after you.
Joe Rayo for FiOS 1 News.